The day had grown dark as I found the alley. I had been searching for the better part of the morning and part of the afternoon, but when I finally found the alley, there was no doubt in my mind that my search was over. The area had been drenched in a kind of primordial dread that I cannot commit to words. I was certain that the dark man had been here. My nerve buckled on several occasions. However, I finally managed to enter the alley. The stench of death hit me like a club to the temple. The corpses of the rats were gone, but the smell of blood was prominent. When I had mustered my final fragments of courage, I looked upon the wall that he had been painting. Those sigils, that sign, I know it all too well. It is the same sigils that had been burned into my subconscious and haunts me every time I close my eyes. The same sigils that have been upon the book on the altar in the place beyond the library's archives. This finally broke my fragile state of fear and fatigue, and I blacked out. When I awoke, I was curled up in a ball at the opening of the alley, clutching a bucket that had contained traces of water and other things I choose not to think about. I looked up, and the sigils had been washed away, however frantically, and were now mere smudges of a salmon shade. I concluded that I had done this during my own blackout, based on the horrid state of my hands. My palms were raw and cut, so areas were missing whole patches of skin and flesh. My nails were chipped, cracked, split in two, or missing altogether. Stuck under and in them were shards of paint chips from the wall itself. My injuries I took rather cool-headedly. In retrospect, the horrors I had witnessed before far outmatched my hand's injuries. I picked out the shards as best I could and wrapped my hands in pieces of cloth I tore from my sweat-stained undershirt. Now, I sit here, considering my condition and my state. I do not wish to stay here. The weather has improved. I believe I'll go to the park and think. I just need to think and sort this out. That's all I need to do.